Welcome back to another early edition of the Hockey Nation Live Show. This is your hockey coach guru, Coach Frenchy, back in the house this morning at 11 o'clock. And for the first 30 minutes, Michael Devellano is really busy, but he's going to join us a little bit later during the show. First of all, welcome. It was every Tuesday I do like a presentation of the mindset for athletes, for players, for business people, everything like that. So I just want to share a little bit the introduction of this bit today, this morning, about never give up in life. It's all about whatever is your challenge, your adversity, or whatever happening in your life. One thing you have to do, you are the only one can stand up after something happened to you. And I think the most important thing is never give up. And that reminds me exactly what happening to the Montreal Canadiens. They lost the last game in OT. The series is even 2-2. And they have to have that kind of approach, the mindset for tonight, for the game. Said, you know what? We're never going to give up. Never give up. That's what we should show up tonight in Vegas. It's not about the referee. It's not about the crowd. It's not about we are away. It's about us, the 20 players together, and how we're going to respond tonight. How we're going to jump on the ice tonight. What we're going to do to make this possible, to get that W. And in life, it's all about never give up. So I just want to share this a little bit about that. Hopefully, you guys have an amazing, great Tuesday morning so far. We welcome everybody like we do each morning. So we're going to start, of course, welcome directly from Montreal, James Man. She's there about Tampa Bay area. I'm sure she have a big smile this morning. She wake up with a big smile because she went to the bed with a big smile because her Tampa Bay Lightning won yesterday by an amazing score of 8-0. So the big fan of the Hockey Nation Live Show for the Tampa Bay Lightning, welcome Kimberly Inam. And maybe directly from Montreal. I never know where he's coming from, so maybe he would tell us in the chat. But welcome, Bud the Monkey Boy. Directly from Sherbrooke and the south of the province of Quebec. Always here every day. Always support the program. Always helping us to become better. Of course, on parle de Monsieur Nicolas de Gobi Bono. Directly from Moncton, New Brunswick. He's not only the one because they are a double. They are always a couple, show up together the morning, the afternoon, or the night. Of course, I'm talking about Minnie and Brian Le Boutillier. From Parkland, Coral Spring. The number one fans of the Florida Panthers is in the house again this morning. Michael Rosenblatt. So, Bud the Monkey, you're just north of me. I'm right there, but just a few miles from where you're at, honestly. I'm right there at the North Miami Beach beside Aventura. So I'm right there behind you. So glad to having you here. In fact, I live in Parkland, Florida. That's awesome. So another big boy beside Michael Rosenblatt. Of course, we have the same. Another one is coming this morning, Mr. Darren O'Reilly. We have a busy show this morning, guys. We have a lot of things to talk. A lot of news happening yesterday in the NHL. We're going to go through this. We have a news happening about 15 minutes ago. The Ottawa Senator did something this morning, like a signature. Don't worry, nothing bad. And then I'm going to talk about the game between the Islanders and the Tampa Bay Lightning. The game was like really, really not great to watch. After 4-0, I almost gave up. the description of the game. I started talking with everybody. We have a good crowd last night. It was great to have a time for me to talk to each one of you. But today, for the first time, or maybe the second time, yeah, possible, we have the Hockey Nation Live Show quiz this morning. We have going to be 3 questions about the playoff. It's going to be at the end of the show. We're going to testing Michael Devellano, see he knows those questions. And you're going to have an opportunity to answer those questions in the chat room. So it's going to be a thing we're going to add more. We have a lot of games going on right now. We're going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens versus Vegas. We have a couple of questions about who's going to be there, this. And don't worry, Chris Lee is no referee tonight. It's Kelly Sutherland and with Eric Furlat. I'm just curious about how they're going to act, how they're going to ref tonight. It will be very, really interesting to see that. So a good program in front of us. And I'm going to bring to you guys at 11:35, maybe when Michael show up or before Michael show up, I'm going to bring you to where I am right now, what I'm doing during the day at the NHL Coaches Association. I'm going to share to you a part of about 20, 30 seconds. I will try it. I don't know if I can. I will see what I can do. But I was sharing to you about what we do as to become better. I really believe whatever you do, whatever you are, a CPA or a fire department, a fireman, or whatever you do in your business or in life, you're a school, you're a student, and you want to go to college, you want to become a businessman, or whatever you have a passion, you want to find your niche, and now you get your niche, you have a passion. At the end of the day, you have to master your craft. You have to get better. And the beauty of the hockey world coaches, everything like that. And I just listening for the last 50 minutes, Mike Tomlin, the coach from the Pittsburgh Steelers, he was one of the speakers at the NHL Coaches Association. He talked about always mastery your craft, always to get better. And he still go to the seminar to learn. He still talk with other coaches to learn to get better, not only on the X and O, but on the leadership, on the brand, on the culture, to understand the players, to have a great relationship with that. My point to you is about don't stay where you're at every single day. Try to find a way to get better. How I can do that, coach? But read books, watch YouTube channel. You have so many ways you can go. Go on the website. Try to find a place, to have no time to read a book, but audio books. Take a headphone, go to gym. The time you do a gym, you can be listening me right now. Just kidding. But you can listen to a podcast. You can listen to people like that, and you get better. You have no reason you cannot become I have a motto I always said, it's on my wall here, said 1% better every single day. Better 1%. 1% better. Better 1%. I have always this on my mind all day long, every day. I need to be sure I'm prepared, and I need to be sure I'm getting better every single day. I just want to share with you about that. I just want to fully you understand what I'm talking about. But listen, we have more people in the house. Stefan Manberg, directly from Sweden. Welcome back, William Sheffield. Welcome, everybody. Don't forget, please, before we start, to click on the likes. Darren O'Reilly, welcome back again. And don't forget, guys, to click on the likes and also to make comments or subscribe to the show. I think right now we're 600-something subscriber, and that's pretty amazing. We're looking for get 700 very soon. That'd be awesome to go to the Stanley Cup Final with 700. I'm going to move the camera a little bit. I'm a little bit off. 700 subscribers, that'd be great to get those kind of number. That's what we're looking for. So, and then we produce video, guys, every single day. Yeah, no reason you cannot watch it. We post-game, pre-game. We talk about something around the league. So that's what we're looking for sure. So don't forget, 672 subscribers. I thought I was 660 yesterday before the game. Now we get 672. We jump about 10, 12. So thank you so much. If you are new at the show, thanks to be here. Thanks to support. Thanks to show up. Brian and Michael and William and Stefan. Each one of you this morning, you are here. You always support the program. I cannot be more grateful about that. So I just want to thank each one of you for sure. So who do you think will win the Jim Gregory? That's going to come down in the next couple of minutes, buddy. I will mention to you this is a great question. But first of all, I want to mention this. I think we talked a little bit barely yesterday morning because the news was coming earlier yesterday morning. But the community of the hockey not nation, but in NHL lost an amazing, great person of Tom Curvers. This passed away at 58 years old. He lost the battle against the cancer, and we just want to wish the condolences to him, to the family, and for the Minnesota Wild. He got this in 2019 prior the COVID, and unfortunately he passed away yesterday. So I just want to wish, talking about Tom Carver, he have an amazing, great year, great career in hockey as a defenseman. We talked about him yesterday, but he was drafted by the Montreal Canadiens, and he got traded to a couple of places. Like he went to Buffalo, he went to Toronto, he went to New Jersey Devils. Stefan talked about him yesterday. I just want to share with you about that one over there. Talking about the next one is about the Vegas Golden Knights. Possible. Pete Tober during the press conference yesterday talked about possible to see back Shatler Stephenson before the end of the semifinals. I wouldn't be surprised to see him maybe tonight or tomorrow. That would be one thing that would bring a good impact for the Vegas. I think they struggle a little bit on the offensive side, and I think that would be great to bet. What the Shatler is not good to score 5 goals. What Shatler does, he put everybody on the right chair. So right now, the effect right now is not there. They have to put maybe Nozek out or Alex Dock from the third line up. And that changed completely the line right now for the Vegas. You can see the struggle a little bit. And now Patrick Stone have a new center, and that's not work. I think that's the one thing the Vegas have to look next year is to find a center to fit with Patrick and Stone. Whatsoever Stephenson doing well, I think they have a one there. I cannot understand why they don't use Cody Glass. I don't know the reason, but I just believe he's an amazing, great hockey player. But Peter Tober is the one, and he's doing well so far. So let's go, guys, to get 700. That'd be awesome. I agree with you, Brian. Why not to get 700 at some point? That'd be great. So please, sharing the Hockey Nation Live show with your friends. Talk about someone. You guys, you meet someone every day. You shake hands to someone, everything like that, and people ask you, what are you doing? You said, I'm watching Hockey Nation Live show. Do you know about them? No. But you should subscribe. They talk about hockey. Just kidding. But the point, you are the one. We have right now 672 business card walking around talking about hockey. You have one of them. And why not to grow and increase the number by your kindness to tell the people who we are, what we do, and the way we produce contents and the live stream, the live show, the morning early, and everything like that. We appreciate if you can do that. That would be great, honestly. That'd be awesome. Good morning, Cirelli. I see Monkey. We have the double monkey this morning. We have the Bod and the IC monkeys. Directly from Atlanta, Georgia. Weather. Welcome back, buddy. And selon Nicolas, on aurait 2 arbitres ce matin, nouveau ce soir, en direct. So that's what he's supposed to get 2 new referees for tonight. What I said is supposed to be Eric Furlat and Kelly Sutherland, or be really interesting about that. Talking about the Montreal Canadiens, why not talking about the Laval Rocket? They signed yesterday for 1 year, 2-way contract for the season 2021 and 2022. Laurent Dauphin play most as a 1-year contract, but it could be 2 ways if he play with Montreal, everything like that, so that'd be great. Talking about welcome back, of course we have to welcome Mr. Joseph Lanham, directly from Houston. Joseph is a big fan of the New Jersey Devils. Bring a lot of great nuggets yesterday during the show, talking about all the rookies, everything like that. Thanks, Sharon. That's the beauty to have people, guys, not only from Montreal Canadiens. People knows about the Panthers, know about the New Jersey Devils. We have sometimes Pittsburgh. We have Boston. We have Stefan talk about Sweden players, and then sometimes Yamo is in the house talking about Finland, and that's what makes us this live stream better contents, better stuff like that. So that'd be great. Directly from the Philippines, because it's already 10 o'clock p.m., Mr. Rafael Mainin Alega. Welcome, Rafael. Welcome aboard. Thank you so much to join us this morning. Talking about signature in NHL yesterday happening. The Dallas Stars signed for 1 year, $1 million. Blake Como, the veteran of 15 years, I believe he is, signed a contract of $1 million. Is what, 15 years, 935 game in the NHL. We have over like 333 points. Yeah, 140 goals and 193 assists. So congratulations for Blake Como. I think he's a great hockey player. That can what Corey Perry does for Montreal, Blake Como can do that like that for the Montreal Canadiens and for the Dallas Star. He's a bottom six. He have a lot of leadership. He's been there. He know how he works, and I think he's a great signature. Low cost for Dallas. It's a go both ways, and congratulations to Blake Como. Talking about new signature, we're not talking about the Ottawa Senators. They announced today they signed for a 2-year contract. Troy Mann for the Belleville Senator. It is a club farm and the AHL. It's an extension of 2 years. Troy Mann has already been there. I think he was like 92, 50 something, and 33. His record or 13. So he's great. He's been there for this organization for over 5 years now. So congratulations to Troy Mann, and I'm sure he will wait for the opportunity to go maybe one day in NHL. So this happening about 45 minutes ago. No problem, Mr. William. L'équipe qui remporte, yes, Nicolas. L'équipe. The team win the game number 5, like tonight. Usually they win 78% of the series. That's a great continence here. That's a great statement about that one. We have Como is always did great against the Panthers. Yep, I agree with you. He's always been a good hockey player. It's not a guy's going to score 30 goals per year, but what he does is work ethic. The way he play on the ice, both ways, I think is a great comment from Bud this morning. He is a solid veteran for the Monkey. Follow each other back to back. A great comments right there. We have Canadian boys. Salut coach. Mon ami Willie from Messi is watching you today. Can you show up out? Great pick last night, Tampa. Yes, mon ami Willie from Messi. Mr. Wally. Not only I'm going to say to you, Mr. Willie, good morning and bon matin, mais je vais aussi te give you a standing ovation. Welcome aboard. Thanks to be here. And hopefully, maybe you're going to subscribe. And I'm glad you are with the Canadian boys. You guys, you're doing very well. And enjoy the show. And don't forget to make more comments if you want to. This was a stat about Blake Como. I apologize. I could do that. But that give you an idea. He was a 47 overall pick in 2004 by the New York Islanders. And like I said, last year he played 51 games. He has 4 goals, 10 assists, 14 points, minus 34. He's always been a guy play TOI, so time on the ice about 15 minutes per game. Sorry about that. We have talking about another veterans. We talk about Matt Nieto. Signed a contract with the San Jose Sharks. It's a $1.7 million total. So it's 2 years contract at $850,000 per year as a AAV. What is AAV, coach? It's the salary count on the salary cap for the team. So it's a full amount right there. That's what they call the AAV. You have like last year, he played 28 games, he had 5 goals, 2 assists for 7 points. He's a veteran of 9 years in NHL. He was drafted by the San Jose. He played 5 years over there, 4 years. Then he went to Colorado for another 4 years over there, and then he came back to the San Jose last season, and now he's going to play the second year back-to-back with San Jose. So that's what happening with that's what happened with Matt Nieto, to be honest with you. So it'll be interesting to see that about that. Then the next news we have to go. Michael is in the green room right now. We're going to find out how we can make Michael on that show right here. Michael, you have to wait a little bit, but I'm going to give him something. Can we put Michael here? Can we open up Michael here? And Michael show up right away. Can you hear me, Michael?
How's it going, Pierre?
Pretty good. I'm going to put you where you're at right now because we have, here we go, a little bit bigger. Under that one over there. We talk about a couple of news around the league, Michael, so that's what's happening at that moment. So let's see how we can do that. The next one, Michael, is about, I don't know if you heard about this yesterday, but Matt Nieto signed a 2 years contract. Any comments about that?
Yeah, I mean, he's a good player. He's like a third, fourth line guy. He played in Colorado, Michael. It's a depth signing, you know?
Yep.
He's got an energy player. He's kind of like not a big guy, but he's fast. He can score a little bit here and there.
Yeah, I think the worst one you said depth, that's the right words, right? Is the bottom 9 over there, bottom 6 over there. He's going to add more depth or something. I think he's have a couple of good years with Colorado, if you remember, 2 years ago. He did very well over there. So everybody said hi, Michael. So yeah, Brent tell you hi. The Sea Monkey say hi. Michael Rosenblatt say hi. And we have to welcome also Denise Ellen Chalifo, directly from Edmonton today, Alberta. Usually she's at Grand Cache in Alberta, but this morning she's in Edmonton. Welcome, Denise. That'd be great. I don't know if you know about that one over there, but J.D. Brown has announced he's retired as a professional hockey yesterday after he played a couple of years, 365 games in the NHL. He never be drafted. I did not know that until I did some search yesterday. He played, 6 years with Tampa Bay. Then he won 1 year with Anaheim and 1 year with the Minnesota Wild. He did not play last year, but he announced at 31 years old his retirement. Any comments you want to make about Mr. J.D. Brown?
I mean, he was an okay depth guy. He had some speed. He played in Minnesota and Tampa a little bit. I'm surprised he's retiring so young. He's only 30. Has he been playing in the KHL?
For what I see on his bio, you have nowhere. But I think I was maybe the bio of NHL. But I was not the elite prospect. I was on the NHL. So I don't know if he played somewhere last season. And the reason, Michael, he got retired is because of this news.
Yeah, the Seattle news.
Yep. So he became the first TV colors analyst in Seattle Kraken history, where he would be paired with John Forslund. I think for him, if you want to get a second career after a hockey player, he's on the great hands right now, because I believe for John Forslund, Michael, for me, after Doc, he's one a great commentator in hockey.
That's good.
So it's good for him.
He played in Sweden this year.
Yeah, I agree with you about that. So that's the big news about that one over there for him, to be honest with you. We are here right now. Honestly, you show up at 11:30, so that's a good timing to do that. I did all the news around the league. But talking about that game, what do you think about the game and what you feel about that? Anybody want to get some comments? I'm going to put you on the screen also. And don't forget to click on the likes. That'd be awesome. So, Michael, what do you think about that crazy game?
I mean, it's just, you see the speed and the talent of Tampa, and you can't contain them forever. We know that they're now 5-0, winning games after they've lost a game.
Yeah.
And they come out with ferocity, right? So that just sends a signal that if we really we want to turn it on, we're going to turn it on. There's not much you're going to do. So I think it's their cup to lose at this point. I don't see any of the only the other three teams having the offensive depth that they have. You got three lunch pail teams and then this crazy team, right? Like, so it would take a lot for someone to be able to shut them down completely for a whole series. So it's going to be interesting.
Many years ago, Gretzky wrote the record book, everything like that, and then Brendan Point right now, Michael, is great. He's starting to closer and closer that's fan record in NHL right now with a straight of 7 goals back to back. He's on the chasing to reach 8, and the only one have 10 straight goals straight. So so he's reaching there. They have also Kucherov. He have 3 assists now. He have like 8 game. I think it's 11 maybe game with 3 assists and the NHL playoff career. Those guys, Michael, they are rolling together, that team. I know Stamkos scored finally during the semifinal, his first 2 goals, game number 5. But at the end of the day, Michael, it's a machine. It's a really amazing, great machine.
Like if you look at any of the teams that had the firepower to compete with them, they're all gone. Like Toronto and Colorado, you would have thought, okay, they have the talent level and the depth to compete with this team. Like all these other teams are getting it done by playing tight hockey and trying to be on the right side of the puck. And at some point, as we can see, if they're faster than you and you're taking penalties, they're going to kill you on the power play. And then last night they killed you 5-on-5. So it's, if you look at their last playoff run, they killed everyone 5-on-5, and they haven't done that this year. If they're now saying, okay, we're going to beat you 5-on-5 and power play, everybody's in a lot of trouble. But it's one game. I think the Islanders will come back and make some serious adjustments, and they'll play desperate. And they've just been given a warning, and I would not be surprised to see the Islanders win the next game.
So talking about this, how do you feel about Islanders right now? What the Barry Trotz does? How the after 8-0 like that was completely one of the worst difference goal in history in the NHL. That was the worst game anyway for the New York Islanders history and the playoff. So you're back in the locker room, and then you have to go shower, press conference, take the bus, and then take a plane, come back in New York, everything like that. So how do you feel about that? What do you have to do for the next 48 hours? And when the puck drop tomorrow night at 8 p.m., how this team feel on the mindset, and how Barry Trotz prepare his team to give the best them to be ready?
I'm sure he was up all night on video. They'll have a meeting today on video, and they'll break down, the mistakes they made, and he'll make them feel very confident that they can fix those mistakes, and he'll make a decision in goal. I believe he'll go back to Varlamov. Like, they kept Varlamov for 3 goals, but it obviously wasn't him because the other goalie let him 5. So it was a complete, let down by the whole team, but I don't know if there's much they could have done. And he'll come back with a game plan, and they'll execute it. And I believe that, it'll go one of 2 ways. Like, it'll be a tight game again, the way the other games have been, because they've made those adjustments. It could be a blowout again, but I'd be very surprised if the next game's a blowout. I think it'll be a tighter game. They'll have a chance to win. If they do, then the last game might be a blowout.
I think the first goal would be very important at that game. The next game, like anybody else, I think the first goal would be good. Last year, Tampa Bay eliminate New York Islanders in 6 This is his second year back-to-back. But I'll be honest with you, Michael. I see so many sport and so many games and hockey on that. Everything you can imaginable to thinking could happen to one team, or everything is wrong. Well, everything don't work. Is happening last night to the Islanders. You have 8 goals. 3 of them, Michael, is deviation. It's a tips. It's a defenseman. It's go to left to right. Everything like that. They hit the crossbar. Bailey have an empty net. You just need to put the puck out in the net. He touched the post. Like a Pee Wee could do that. He just hit the post. You have a lot of things like that. I said that moment it was only 3-0, Michael. They scored a goal at the beginning of the second period. We still have 38 minutes to play hockey. So that would change completely the things. It's just a little thing. But everything happening yesterday, Michael, it's happened. Like the first goal, when you review, I said, yeah, but Varlamov did not good well on the rebound. But again, it was like a rebound where 3 have to go straight on Stamkos. Yeah. And then, same thing, I'll give you another example. Nelson have the same chance like Stamkos, and now the puck bubble on his blade, the stick. So everything was bad for them yesterday.
I think you just write it off. Both goalies were 800 save percentage. So 20% of the shots went in, 6 power plays for Tampa.
Yep.
Right? And you look at like the prior series, the night before we were complaining because it was like 1 power play each. So the refs called the game. What was interesting to me was 40 hits for Islanders and 41 hits for the Lightning. 13 blocked shots for the Lightning and 7 for the Islanders. So even though they racked it up, they were taking away every opportunity from the Islanders to get back into it. So they played
not many. The way I'm talking about the post, Michael, he was on the same shift for about 45 seconds. After that, you never see Islanders all night long. They try when he got a power play at the end of the third period, right?
They just
but again, nothing happened for them. They never been close to create opportunities about that one, maybe one time first period. So
nothing. They took everything. You look at they have 42 shots to 21, 51% to 49 in the circle, 3 out of 6 power plays, Pierre, 50% power play.
For me, when I watch the game, I see the game. For one thing, Tampa is so good is the rush. And the rush, when you get them speeding, give them the boat line, the neutral zone, you're going to get completely killed if you don't have the right gap control and your defensemen don't move their feet. They're going to get beat by the speed. And you can see yesterday, Gourde, Cirelli. You see Maroon on the left side. You see Stamkos on the left side. And then you see Kucherov on the right side. And then you get Brendan Point on the other side. And then you have Hedman to the left side. That was coming from everywhere on the both sides out and beating the D all constantly inside. So,
we talk about how Stamkos hasn't had a great playoff, and he's a point a game, right? Like, that's how good this team is right now. You've got Kucherov, it's a 1.5 a game, and he wasn't even major last night.
Yep.
So they have a lot of weapons. I mean,
it'll be really interesting about that, what could happen there. But, first of all, I want to mention to you, we have also tonight the live stream of the game number 5 between the Vegas Golden Knights versus the Montreal Canadiens. We're going to see what they look like. Talking about the Montreal Canadiens, of course, we have to be sure they have. We have to go that way. Part of the Montreal Canadiens. We'll be live at 8:30 tonight, Michael, talking about the pre-game for sure. But talking about the game, Michael, I want to mention to you the couple of stats we have in NHL. But I want to mention a couple of stats right there. I'm not going to go through this. But the shots, again, Vegas is number 1, Michael, at 26.1. And Montreal, it's a number 1 on the penalty kill with 92.9. This is amazing. And then finally, both of them don't give goals. They are number 3 and number 4 on the 16 team and the playoff, 2.27 and 2.29. What do you think about that? What your expectation? What do you feel about that game tonight? What could happen? What do you see from your perspective?
I mean, I got to think it's just Montreal is going to they're both going to try to play ugly. They have a similar style. It boils down to goaltending, frankly. If Leonard pitches another game, I can't imagine they're going to put Fleury in again. I think Leonard gets back in the net, and if he pitches another game like we know he's capable of, then it could be a long night. It might go to overtime. I don't see Carey Price faltering. I see no reason for that at this point. So I think it'll be a game of inches. It really boils down to goaltending in this series.
Sound good about that one over there. So a couple of more questions for you. First of all, let's talk about the goaltending situation. Who do you expect tonight, Leonard or Fleury?
I think Leonard. I mean, if they go back to Fleury, I'd be shocked. I mean,
the excuse of Peter Dobert after the press conference yesterday gave a break one night off to Marc-Andre Fleury.
But then Leonard stole a game. I mean, Fleury did not play amazing the prior two games. I think he was sub 900. So I don't know. I think you got to go back to him. Go back to Leonard. I mean, but maybe they don't.
Okay. Yeah. So
I'd be surprised.
The excuse of Peter Dobert, it was just the fact gave a break to Marc-Andre Fleury. And
so you think they're going to go with Fleury?
I'm sorry again?
You think they're going to go with Fleury?
Oh, first of all, I have the same mindset what you said. Leonard gave them a chance to make the series 2-2 right now, and I would keep Leonard because he bring you that. Now, if they lose, Michael, now you can go to Montreal, then you come back with Fleury. Because, Michael, think about this. Reverse the situation. You bring back Fleury tonight, and Fleury lost tonight.
Then you get to go with Leonard. You got no more.
Now you're coming back and forth. So for me, it would be better to come back with Leonard. He lost.
Yeah.
Now you have Fleury back for tonight, tomorrow, the next game.
Which should be fine. I think there's no wrong decision at this point. Both goalies are very capable. Whatever he decides will work out, unless they both totally let them down. Fleury has great numbers in Vegas. So is tonight in Vegas?
Yeah.
Tonight's back in Vegas?
Yeah.
So maybe he goes back to Fleury. He's playing the stats.
Yeah. Another stat he talked about some stat go yesterday for power play time. Vegas have 20 minutes and Montreal 8 minutes 35 seconds. So it was out of that stat for the Sportnet because he was talking about the referee situation. They gave more penalty. Montreal got 6 minute penalty, Michael, and then 11 from Vegas. That's what they're talking about. But talking about penalty, Michael, I'm not want to complain about the ref. I don't want to go that direction. But I want to talk about, Michael, the special team of Vegas, how worried are you with only 10.3% and the worst on power play and NHL playoff this year? And also, his penalty kill is only 73.5, 12. How can you imagine right now you're still going to maybe at the finals, but you're special without help from the special team? No one in the history of nation, Michael, win any Stanley Cup with below at 11% on power play percentage.
Well, I mean, all bets are off if they make the final. In this series, Montreal hasn't given up a power play goal since the first round, I think.
They are 0-27, Michael.
So, that's going to break at some point. Is it going to break against Vegas? Vegas is not a creative team. If you talk to Spotter there, he runs power play, and he's like, they're not looking for – they're about execution of a set plan, right? And then they don't really have creative players they're a lunch pail team. So I don't see them solving the Canadiens' power.
Yeah, today I would say to you, Michael, what they are. They are really easy to read. They are really easy to read.
They're very predictable.
And they are static players.
Yeah.
So they have a stone 1 point to Petrucci 100 point. They stuck there, wait for the puck. And they have Pietrangelo at the top over there. And that's it.
That's what I was kind of saying in a different way, right? Which is they have a set plan and they're going to execute it the same every time, and they're not looking for any other options, right? they feel like, oh, we're going to be under pressure, and they're not looking for creativity, and that's not going to help them. I mean,
Yeah. But that's one thing I think if Vegas want to go in the final, Michael, they have to improve that categories of special team. I think that's the reason why they at right now at 2-2. That's maybe
happen.
the reason they struggle about that one over there.
The only reason the power play would improve is if they gave a green light to Pietrangelo. Do what you want. And if you know Alex is very comfortable pinching down in the zone. He'll operate from the low half wall if you let him. And that would put tremendous pressure on Montreal because he's a very good playmaker. And if they just keep him up top for his shot, you're taking away half of his value. So I think that's the only way I see that power play improving. But I don't see them. I don't know if they would decide to do that.
They play 1-4, so they don't play 3-2. So
that's the thing. I would personally I would have Theodore and Pietrangelo, and I would let Pietrangelo go down the half wall because even though he's a defenseman in name, I've watched him for a very long time, Pierre, since he's 14, and I watched him all through the OHL. My friends both coached him there, and it was just let Alex do what Alex does because he'll recover. And he can do that at the NHL level. So I think that's the only way this power play improves. They say, Alex, you run the power play from the half wall. Because I think they need to get Mark Stone off the wall. Because Mark Stone's done nothing, and he's not going to do anything. He's doing what happened last year. He gets isolated to the wall too much. And if they don't get him in the high slot or in the slot somehow, or even coming from the corner, I don't see anything changing. Everyone knows the book on Mark Stone.
Yeah. So welcome NHL hockey. Welcome aboard. Thanks to be here this morning. And Denise, thank you so much. Have a great day, Denise. 4-3 Montreal in OT. I see Montreal has to start scoring on the power play. A lot of defense need to put a couple in net. The problem, Michael, Monkey is they don't get power play right now. The referee don't get them. They have only one power play the last 8 periods.
So. I don't know the reason why, other than they're always on the right side of the puck and they're about putting pressure on and creating turnovers. They don't have, aside from Caulfield or Suzuki, no one's pulling those guys down.
But you have a great power play so far. The power play is pretty good. You have 20% against Vegas, and they have 22 again. The round number 2, so they just struggled against Toronto at the beginning. So,
do you think Vegas is fairly disciplined?
I'm sorry?
Are they disciplined? Do they take a lot of stupid penalties, Vegas?
Why? It's because the referee don't give penalty. That's the problem. It's not because you're disciplined. McNabb did the worst punch in the history in NHL. They don't get 2 minutes. So the discipline is there. Just the referee right now don't give anything. Compared last night, you see referee gave everything last night.
Yeah, and that's what I think. I think that'll happen next game. They critique the refs and they give them feedback. And I don't know. Are they going to put the same refs in?
Tonight it's Kelly Sutherland and Eric Forlat. They are not assigned Chris Lee. They don't travel they stay in Canada and they stay. For me, it'll be game number 6, Michael. Can NHL are enough good to bring back Chris Lee after everything to put him on the social media yesterday with it's not only me and you, it's not only Mr. X. No. Talk about Sportnet, TSN, ESPN. You talk about the biggest market. Talk about the Chris Lee all day. Do you believe NHL will bring back Chris Lee on the ice tomorrow night?
That's what I was saying. I don't think so. I mean, I think that would be very surprising for me.
There's something about that, Michael. He's 20 years in NHL.
Well,
you know what I
mean, this is a veteran move, right? If the guy has if they decide to put the whistle away and let the players decide it, it's not like we've never seen that before.
Yeah.
That's what they did. One penalty aside, they let the flow of the game happen and let the players decide it. So that was a choice they obviously made. I think they'll get direct feedback without it being public. They always give feedback in those scenarios. There's probably a Zoom call that happened the next day, and they tell the refs, whether they get in or not. But they're not going to publicize that. They do that in a bubble.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Yeah. So, and I would be surprised if he ever reffed a game in that series again.
Yeah, I agree with you about that one for sure. That'll be interesting to see what could happen. I just want to give you a little bit of board about who is the best player so far, who doing well. Nick Suzuki Montreal is the number one right there on the formula with shots, assists, passing, scoring chance, zone entry defense, and penalty kill. Suzuki Michael is the number one by a big margin of 2 point, almost 2 point, over 2.0. And the closest one is Nicolas Roy, Michael at 1.7. Just give you an idea how, Nicolas Roy is a big factor right now for the Vegas with Carlson. Honestly, they bring a lot on the table. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, it's interesting. Caulfield doesn't surprise me. Paul Byron's got, pretty good numbers there.
Yeah, definitely. That'll be interesting to see that for sure. But again, Michael, this morning. I'm sorry again?
Look where Mark Stone is.
Yeah, I know. You can see, Nozek, Colsar at the bottom. Riley Smith, Michael. Here's the problem you have right now for me. It's Riley Smith with Max Chesso, Michael. They are line number 2 right there. And only those that not work is only Carlson produce on the top. But those 2 guys in the bottom, they struggle a lot at that moment over there. So that'll be something like Vegas have to be better for sure. Welcome, Dan Asham, who's a part of the show this morning. So we have about 10 minutes to go, Michael. Today would put you, you did not know, but we have something for you this morning.
Okay.
Quiz.
Oh, boy.
So the people in the chat, guys, you're going to compete against Michael. So you will have about 16 people, maybe 15. Oh, I have 22 right now on my view,
Boy.
but I don't know how many we have. But don't forget, first of all, to click. But we're going to go at 3 questions we have this morning. A little bit difficult or not easy. So you're welcome. Okay. Baltimore Raven, Michael, is on the board, is on the ice this morning. Welcome aboard. Here we go. Question number 1 for everybody in the chat. Who has the most playoff season with 13 goals and plus per playoff? So this player play in NHL have a minimum of 13 goals per season, and he did that. He's a number 1 in NHL and the series playoff. He at least 13 goals per year when he play.
In the playoffs?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Reggie, good morning, Reggie. Welcome from BC, the barber shop, Michael.
Wow, that's a tough one. 13 goals is crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's Yager. That's weird, but I would think it's Yager or it could be Phil Esposito. There's so many guys on that board, but I don't know the answer.
Well, it could be that BD. I just put the picture there, right? So I don't think it's there. But
ignore it's not any of those. So you're saying 13 goals in how many years?
He's gone with a number, so he has he did this many times, but I don't want to give the number, the year, because he's come with. We have Mario Lemieux. What a treat to see that went over system last night. Yeah, I agree with you, Julius, about that. Canadian James, welcome directly from Westmount. We have Eiserman. We have Gretzky. We have Ovechkin. Nobody got yet.
Man, I don't know. It could be Esposito?
No. All right. Everybody give up. I'll give you maybe 10 more seconds. Anybody want to get that one?
13 goals. So every single year he played in the playoffs, he had 13 goals a year or more. Is that the stat?
Yeah. Every time he play, he reached this total of 13 goals per year. Yager, wow. We have Yager here. He did this 4 times. He's on the number 1 in NHL. Did this 4 times.
Oh wait, he did it 4 times.
Yeah. We have Richard.
Jeez, I don't know. There's so many players. I'm not even sure the answer.
All right, the answer I will give you, we have Paul Coffey from CK this morning. We have Marcel Dion from Jenin. Nobody got it here so far. Steve Azerman for Farrell Lumagus. I love it. People step up now with now. The answer, guys, is from Edmonton Oilers.
But it's not Gretzky.
It's not Gretzky.
Curry? I don't know.
Who you said?
Yari Curry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't even have thought. I think I got thrown off because I was staring at the pictures.
Eric said Celani. Yeah. Yeah, so Claude Lemieux said Julius. So the picture is just Michael. It's just the picture. Yeah, nothing to do with my question. I won't go there. So
and I
first
think
answer, Michael, is I have this right now is Yari Kuri with 4.
Oh, see, I thought you meant every year he played in the playoffs, he scored 13 goals.
No, he reached this 4 times.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah. All right, next one. All right, most goals scored by a team and the playoff shutout. So the most difference between the winner versus the loser. Like yesterday, we got 8 goals. He was the number 4 in NHL history. Yeah, one team did it with more goals. Tell me what it was the final score and who win. And worst case, again, who. And if you want to get better, which year?
I have no idea. I mean, I'm going to say Edmonton did it, and it's probably a 10-goal spread, but
Edmonton, 10 goals.
I honestly have no idea.
Let's see how the people. Yeah, what do you think the final score?
10-0 or
10-0.
Because you said it's got to be a shutout, right?
Yeah, so yeah, most difference between, like yesterday, 8-0, 9-0, 10-0, 11-0, 12-0, 14-0. That's the biggest difference between Nicolas is still with Robitaille. But the monkey.
I mean, there's so many. It could be, like, are we talking modern era or way back when?
He got it. Montreal, 11 goal, 11-0. And I will ask you which year.
I don't think that's right. Because 1985, Edmonton beat Vancouver 13-0, but maybe that wasn't the playoffs.
I don't think it was in the playoff.
Yeah, maybe it's because it's regular season.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
11-0 right there, right?
Yeah.
And he was in 1944 again. The Toronto Maple Leafs.
Of course, they suck.
All right, you got it, buddy. All right, next question. Which team has the second most appearance in the final Stanley Cup? Not the number 1. The second team has the most appearance in the Stanley Cup.
Ever? Well, I mean, number 1 is obviously Montreal because they have the most cups.
Absolutely right about that one over there.
Yeah. Just appearances? I mean, I would think it'd be Toronto, but maybe it's not. They haven't done it in. Oh my! Why am I on mute? I would think it'd be Toronto, but it could be Detroit because Detroit's. If obviously in the modern era they've been in the finals more, but I don't know.
Wow, we have to congrats everybody right now. They got it.
Is it Detroit?
Yep. I see Monkey, the Butler Monkey, Farrell, Michael Rosenblatt. Eric Lamontagne got Detroit, and Nicolas and Shensa said Boston, but unfortunately it was Detroit. Now, I'm going to add one more question, guy, on that one over there, and it was with Detroit with 24, by the way. That was the answer, that one over there. So let's jump in a little bit more. And of course, you can find this on Google, and Michael don't use Google. He's straight in front of us right now, so he's not Google. You guys, you can do it. It's up to you. But if you want to get a little bit more analyzed, you go with the question. The last question is about how many times the Detroit won the Stanley Cup.
Well, we know 4 in the modern era.
That's your team, by the way.
Yeah, I don't. You know, man, I don't really keep track of those stats, but I mean, modern era 4. They won 8 times.
8 times.
Maybe.
I apologize for Mr. I call him Mr. Lamontagne, but it's Monsieur Lamoureux, coach. I'm sorry about that, Eric. Canadiens said 6.
Yeah, it might be. I was thinking it was 6 or 8, but I honestly don't know.
I see Monkey said 8. Eric Lamontagne, Lamoureux, jeez, sorry, he said 11. Michael Rosenblatt said 10. Farrell Omegas. I like this guy because, you know, looking on Google, you give you all the way that number like that. So that's proof, you guys, you really try to play, not to try to go. Michael Rosenblatt said, if I remember, it was 10.
I think it might be more than that, though. I think it might be 10 or 11.
And the answer, the winner, I'm going to put his name on the board. And the winner is...
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, you still have what?
They've got a long time. Like,
we still have 2 more minutes to go, guys. Julius said 8, and Nicolas said 14. And why not to get another question? I'm not going to type it because I did not do it. So I will add one more here for everybody. Is how many times the Toronto Maple Leafs win the Stanley Cup?
is it 13?
The final answer is Michael?
I guess 13, but I don't know.
13. All right.
Is it 13?
Not yet.
Oh.
Julius said 14.
14.
Tiki said 13.
Somewhere in there, right? I think it might be.
Boy
13.
said 8. But the Monkey said 12.
I mean, they're second, right?
I see Monkey said 12. You were right, Michael, about the second. Jen said 9. We have Michael Rosenblatt 10 or 12.
Well, we know they're a bit better than 11. And
that's a good point, Michael. All right. The answer, we have one winner here. We're going to give him 2 tickets for the Golden Montreal Canadiens game number 6. And we gave him tickets, Michael. He will never go to the game because he does not like the Montreal Canadiens. So the winner is Julius Caesar with 14. Okay. He nailed it. Yeah, 14. Detroit was 11. And so it was a number, 14, the winner really? Of that one over there. So listen, it was great to see each one of you to participate of the show tonight.
14.
Yeah.
Really?
It was 14 by Toronto Maple Leafs. We're going to use a couple of questions like this. I think people love it. I think that's part. And again, Michael, we finished the show. And of course, who we have? Chunky Alfredo show up again at the last minute of the show. He become our team, and he become the Mr. Sikola, whatever Picola for the Buffalo Sabres. We didn't see him the last couple of games, so love the quiz, coach. Any comments you want to add, Michael, before we go?
No, I got to jump.
All right, everybody, have an amazing, great day. Thanks again to join us today. Don't forget to click on the likes. We look forward to see you tonight at have a good one, Michael. I'm going to finish by myself. So thank you so much to join us, everybody. I look forward to see you next time. And don't forget to click on the likes and to sharing. Just subscribe to the show. Have an amazing, great day, everybody. And of course, you have greatness inside of you. I was early, Chunky. It was too late, buddy. Thank you so much, and see you tonight then. Farewell. The answer was Stan Nikita. No, Stan Nikita was not there today. What are you talking about? Thank you, Canadian boy. Nicolas, pas de problème. On se parle dans une couple de minutes. Je vais te rejoindre sur Ondřej. Thank you, Johnny. Look forward to see you tonight, buddy. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Thank you so much for everybody. You're very kind and we appreciate you guys. Have an amazing, blessing Tuesday.